What if I told you that in one of the driest continents on Earth, farmers are quietly generating over $100 billion a year, using robots, drones, AI, and machines so advanced they almost farm themselves? This isn't science fiction. This is modern Australian agriculture, operating at a scale most of the world can barely imagine. Today we're going inside the systems, the technology, and the sheer size that turn dirt, rain, and innovation into billions. Through the $100 billion mark in gross value of production. In recent years it's hit records around $100 to $101 billion, with agricultural exports alone often exceeding $75 to $80 billion. We're talking beef that feeds the world, wheat and canola that fill ships, sheep meat and wool, cotton, and high-value horticulture. All from a country where most of the land is arid or semi-arid. How do they do it? Not by throwing more labor at the problem. Australia has relatively few people managing enormous areas of land. They do it with scale, precision, and some of the most advanced farming technology on the planet. In this video we'll break down the key tools and systems Australian farmers use, from GPS-guided monsters to AI drones and virtual fences, and show exactly how these technologies turn massive operations into billion-dollar engines. Whether you love big machinery, future tech, smart investing, or just satisfying farm footage, you're in the right place. First, understand the canvas these farmers work on. Australian farms can stretch for tens, or even hundreds of thousands of hectares. A single broadacre cropping operation might cover areas larger than some European countries' farms combined. Cattle stations in the north can be the size of small nations. Major contributors include cattle and beef, one of the biggest value drivers, wheat and other grains, sheep meat and wool, canola, cotton, and a booming horticulture sector. Over 70% of production is exported. China, the US, Japan, Korea, and Southeast Asia are major buyers. But land alone doesn't make billions. The real edge is how technology multiplies every hectare, every animal, and every drop of water. Systems keep machines on perfect tracks year after year, reducing overlap, soil compaction, and input waste. Variable rate technology (VRT) uses soil maps, yield data, and sensors to apply fertilizer, seed, and chemicals only where needed. Farmers cut nitrogen use significantly while maintaining or increasing yields. Controlled traffic farming creates permanent wheel tracks, so the rest of the soil stays healthy. On a 10,000 plus hectare farm, these savings compound into millions of dollars over a few seasons. Australia is a global testbed for autonomy. Companies and progressive farmers run autonomous sprayers and platforms that operate with minimal human supervision. These robots can spray weeds with high precision, green-on-brown detection, work around the clock, and free up labor during critical windows, like summer weed control after harvest. Autonomy is especially powerful in broadacre cropping where labor is scarce and distances are huge. Drones have become essential. Multispectral and thermal cameras map crop health, detect stress, weeds, and disease early. Spray drones deliver targeted chemical applications, sometimes cutting chemical use dramatically by treating only problem areas. Even more impressive, livestock drones that help muster sheep and cattle, reducing the need for traditional mustering in remote country. Data from the air feeds straight into farm management platforms. The farm is now a data network. Soil moisture probes, weather stations, and in-paddock scales give real-time insights. AI analyzes satellite imagery and drone data to spot issues before the human eye can. Farm management software centralizes everything: yield maps, livestock records, machinery performance. Virtual fencing, collar systems like those used widely in Australia and beyond, lets farmers move cattle with a phone app. No physical fences needed for rotational grazing. Systems can even flag animal health issues. Producers report meaningful lifts in productivity and profit. Modern combines optimize throughput in real time, minimize grain loss, and stream data to the cloud. In horticulture, robotic pollinators and AI-guided laser weeders are already boosting yields in high-value crops like tomatoes and leafy greens. Put it together: fewer wasted inputs, higher and more consistent yields, better animal performance, lower labor intensity, and the ability to manage enormous areas efficiently. Australian farmers have driven strong productivity growth, especially in cropping, through bigger scale, capital investment, and rapid tech adoption. The result? A sector that recently crossed the $100 billion production milestone years ahead of earlier ambitions, with exports powering the national economy. This is high-tech, capital-intensive, data-driven agriculture operating at continental scale. Australian farmers aren't just growing food and fiber. They're running some of the most advanced outdoor factories on Earth. And the technology is only getting smarter. If you found this fascinating, whether you're a farmer looking for ideas, an investor tracking agtech, a machinery enthusiast, or just someone who loves seeing big systems work, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. We've got more deep dives into global farming innovation, massive machinery, and the future of food coming. Drop a comment. Which technology impressed you the most? The autonomous sprayers, the virtual fencing, or the drones? Thanks for watching. Now go check out the next video, and I'll see you in the next one.